My alarm went off. Goodbye. Lock. There. Bonk. So who's here? Hi, Ryu. So Ryu. If I was gonna leave it entirely up to you, what we were gonna do next for our mainstay game would you want more Minecraft, Factorio, or do you have a better idea? Not that insane. You're one of the few people that are watching all the time. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I love trapping them in there. He will run back and forth forever. And I said Factorio. Because that just came out with beef! Well, Vampire Survivors is a fun game and an hour at a time. Core Keepers has not changed a huge amount, and it's a fun game, and I wouldn't mind playing it on the side. I don't know if it's a mainstay game. I mean, I know that, like, Jenny's been playing it, and I know I know Dark Fan was touching it at some point, but that... You know me, I don't exactly follow trends. I want that. Don't think about my library. What do you want to see? The messenger. Looks like a Ninja Gaiden clone. I don't believe I've done the messenger. Boink. This is the wrong direction. I don't spoil myself? Was like actually have a good story? Oh, that's a bad plan. Why are you still mad at me? Uh-oh. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, you didn't make it. Bugger. Ha! I don't know. I think we got another pick. There. All done. I'm still on one heart. Locking bets. Poor doggo. I'm gonna let those bets carry. No, I can't. I can't let those bets carry over. We're just gonna start a new one, and I'm gonna instead add my bet to the pool so that the pool is sweetened. There. I found bombs. So we have a tree. Or I should say, we have a stump. There used to be a tree. Our compiler, congratulations on your 42-month anniversary! And that's a month that means something. That's the life, universe, and everything right there. That's an important month. So we have a stump. There used to be a tree. And this stump, there used to be a tree, is in front of our not our basement, in front of our bathroom. Now, the important thing about that is that normally you find landscaping with trees in front of bathrooms for a very, very good reason. It's to make it so that you can use the bathroom and have a window and not have anybody look directly into the window. But now, we got a stump. So it is a nut stump. And I didn't want to just do a normal thing because it's me. So I racked my brain, I thought about it for a little bit, and I decided that instead of a stump, instead of just tree, like we could just replace the tree with another tree. That would of course work. But what fun is that? So we didn't do that. And instead, it now has a trellis. A trellis, you say? How does that solve anything? It's a completely empty trellis, but we got this big wiry trellis thing. And when I say stump, it's not really a stumpy stump. It's more like it's got a stump with a dead tree that's grown out of it, with all those dead spindly branches over there that don't block anything, but it looks like a dead tree. So we put the trellis on to the dead tree. Or at least that was the plan. To take the trellis, put the sucker together, put it on top of the dead tree, and then we're gonna just let vines grow like crazy on it. So instead of having a tree that's flowering and covering it up for some of the year, we have the vines to the trellis and a cool looking freaking dead tree all the way around it. I like dead trees. I think dead trees look cool. I have always liked dead. I don't know why I like dead trees. And I got Hun into the thought process. She also likes the dead trees with me now. We have a thing for dead trees. So now we got this cool looking dead tree, and we need. So today, well, okay. So last time we wanted to do this, put the trellis together, and we tried. We couldn't, because frickin' life went frickin' crazy. We tried doing it, and the moment I tried doing it, this is last week. Was it last week? Has it been a week? I think it's been like just under a week. My dad hit a deer while out on a doctor's appointment. My sister had to go to the doctors because she started fainting at work. I think Midla wasn't feeling good. And when I started to put together the trellis, despite all this crap happening, and I was dead tired that day, it didn't help. The paint on the inside of the thread for the bolt, well, was there. Because there's not supposed to be paint on the inside of the thread, because there's a thread there. I'm assuming everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say the thread of a bolt. And it was actually the nut part, the part you screw into. So it's got like 12, how many? 16 spindles, I think. No, it's 12. It's got 12 spindles on it. I got 5. And it took me like an hour to get those 5 done. Because not only was I dealing with the frickin' paint, which sucks, and is really annoying to try and get figured out. And so much other crap is going on at the same time. There's something else too. I don't remember those right. Well, there's the paint. And the paint made it so every time I try to work on this thing, I get like no progress on it. And it sucks. I hit you. I hit you with my turkey. I'm gonna hit you with my turkey again. I'm gonna do it. Turkey's coming. So no progress was made this day trying to get that frickin' bolt done. And I was so today, a week later, I finally get the time again to put this sucker together. And I'm like, we get the thing. It's like 3 parts. It's got the spindly, spidery part at the top that reaches down and grabs all the 4 little walls things. You got like 3 spindles per wall. Okay, I got the 12 spindles done, and we got like the tops that hold all the spindles into. Turns the 12 spindles into like 4 spots, like the 3 spindles and then the whole thing. It's like 3 spindles, and then there's like a bar right here to hold them together. So you got like 12. You have 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like that. And I put that on top of the tree. And it's a 9-foot 6-inch tall trellis. And I put it up on top of the tree, and it goes on there. It's like that. Yeah. So it's completely cockeyed. And this part is cockeyed downwards. I take the wall and put it up there. And it's like dangling off of the ground, basically. It's too short. Or I should say, the Z tree is too tall. What we intended to do was to like shimmy and weave and torque the trellis and like pull it down over the dead tree. But lo and behold, the top of the tree is like this. And when I say like this, it's more like this. And this part right here is stopping it from going down any further. So what I thought would take the long part today, which would be the assembling of the stupid thing together, was not the part that took a stupid amount of time today. It was cutting this stupid branch apart from a V into an L, or a lowercase L. Oh, hi. We gotta go now. But I wanted it to look good, because it's the top of the frickin' tree. So I start by sawing at it. And you gotta picture, it's not like it's just a tree. It's a tree with spindles of dead branches and crap going everywhere. So I'm on this shaky ass ladder in the middle of like a bed of like ivy stuff everywhere, trying desperately to get a saw to go in between these stupid little, in the middle of the stupid Y shape, trying to get like enough of a grip of something to, and enough physical strength to make this thing work. And it's cutting. What the frick was that? Okay. And I cut it on one side and I get like an 1/8 of the depth. And I take a chisel. Because what I wanted to do is I want to make it look good, man. I want it to be like au natural, like it broke itself apart at the top of the tree and looks like it got split all on its own. And after like an hour going back and forth with this, I'm like, screw this. And I basically, it just ended up where after sawing and sawing and sawing and chiseling and chiseling and because I sawed at like an initial like 1/8 of the depth, and I took a chisel and put it in, and when I say it's not really a chisel, it's what's the word for a chisel that you just split crap with? Can't remember the word right now. A like splitter chiseler thinger. Whatever. Well, it would be a wedge, but that describes a bunch of different tool types. That's one of the simple things. Whatever. It's the chisely wedgy bit. It's yeah. I put it there and I'm just whacking at that thing with a hammer for like 20 minutes. My arms got so freaking tired. But I got and it kept looking like it was getting deeper and deeper, but it just wasn't working. And I finally just gave up. I switched to the other side, did some more sawing, did some more chiseling, and I finally gave up on that. And Pops came home, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Can we just use the freaking electric chainsaw and just chop the sucker down? And so it looks gorgeous, with the exception of one particular part at the very top that's really freaking smooth. And screw that. I ain't fixing that for nothing, because that took a long ass time. And I'm trying. How you doing today? I think it actually is a chisel. Locking bets. I love how destructive that always sounds. It's so cool. That could be a big boom. Ready? And... Ho 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 ho! That was cool. Well, it looks good now. That ain't moving. Move, damn you! Go on! Get in the hole! Get in there. Get in that hole. Go on. Except for you. I don't like that you keep falling down the hole, but I gotta jump down. Anyways, it's all set now. What really sucked about it today, so it's got, after the initial bolt thing at the top, it's got screws this big to attach it at the end of the spindles, and then like the wall, it's like a split wall. You got to attach it to the other end of the walls and the tops of the... You gotta do like a bunch of little bitty screws. And I'm hanging there on the top of this ladder that's itself sitting on the top of a patch of ivy that is not flat. On a area of land that is also not flat. Trying desperately to just make this work. And Hun's trying so much to help. She really was. And she did help a bit. Most of her help was, I hate to admit it, a lot of moral support. Just don't tell her that. She worked really hard on that. But she did. She tried, she helped out a lot, and well, it looks good now. But now I'm tired, man. That was a long damn day. So long story short, I've built something and now I'm tired. Okay, we need to move before those idiots get themselves killed trying to come over here. Boinky, boinky. Anyways, so we got these tiny screws. And the ivy. There are precisely 2 extra screws, which is a good thing, because the moment any of these things fall out of your hands while you're standing over the top of this ivy, they're gone. They're just gone. They do not exist on this planet. I watched one drop. I went straight down towards it. I immediately started feeding through the area. I looked everywhere for it. I used a magnet. It's gone. It's just gone. There is no more screw. The ground has eaten it. So I lose one in the beginning, because this is going to happen. And Hun was like up there holding on to like one of the wall things for me while I was doing it. And it like flies past. She's like, well, there goes that. And she's like, yep, something. She said, no, I was like, no, a screw. I was like, oh! Yeah, that's gone. And it was gone. And then about 15 minutes later, the second one goes down and she watches it go down. She tries to find it. It's like, no, don't bother. It's gone. And I want to check on that side too, but I don't think we're going to make it over there. And it's like, fine. Okay. Now we're almost done. We have like barely anything left to do. There's nothing left to screw. All we got to do is finish now. Just got a little bit left. We have 8 more screws to put in. But we're at the end of it. I'm on the ground. Ow, 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 ow. You morons. Don't! You better bring that over here. Come here! Dumbass. Didn't get to sacrifice them in time, and now they killed me. Firebug death! Last wall. 2 screws left. Almost done with the entire freaking thing. On the last 2 screws. I drop one right in front of me. And the moment I drop it, I watch it fall to the ground. And I'm like, and I immediately follow it with my eyes, go straight down there, and I dig through, and I dig through the ivy, and I dig more through the, it's just gone. It's just gone. So it's almost just about entirely kind of put together in essence, because one of the screws, well, 3 of the screws are sitting underneath it somewhere, and I'm never gonna find them because they're gone. The ground has consumed them. I was just telling a story, Mr. The screws are gone. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can't start another run because you don't have time to start another run. They'll just rust. Well, the good thing, the way that we designed the trellis, and this is smart on my part. Okay, so the trellis has like 8 of those stake pin things. You're supposed to take it and like stake it down to the ground so it doesn't move in the wind. Yeah, I didn't bother with those at all. One, our ground is sand. I'm not kidding. You go into my backyard and you put your hands down like an inch under the ground and it's like sand. There's like the dirt is like this thick. It's very, very, very thin layer of dirt, and then it's just like sandy stuff. Nothing stays in it. You can pound a stake in there as much as you want. It's just gonna go straight through. It doesn't do jack. So I am bothered staking it because, of course, the stakes are like the cheapest stakes known to man. They're not a stake. They're like if someone took a wire hanger and bent it into the shape of a candy cane, multiplied it by 8 and painted it black. That's what these things look like. I mean, it's a thick hanger, but not much more than a thick hanger. So it ain't gonna hold on to. I mean, if it was normal ground and timesing it by 8, I'm sure it would actually do something. But I ain't doing anything. 2, it's on top of an entire field of like, dude, I don't know what this stuff is called. It's like, it's not ivy. I keep calling it ivy, but I'm just trying to. It's like just leaves. My dad loves this plant. It's like covering a good portion of in front of the house. He's the gardener. I don't give a damn about gardening. It was their house initially before we moved in. Like, started to take care of them and stuff like that. The guy's getting pounded around while I'm talking about this. Is just great. So, but it's dense. It's thick. I was literally able to put the ladder on top of it. It wasn't very, like... No, it's not kudzu. It's dark green with white stripes going through the leaves and about yay big for each leaf. They're only like this tall. They're not very tall at all. They're like a bedding type of thing. But I'm not staking through that. That's stupid. And 3, we do plan on there being an ivy of some kind that grows up over the... See, the idea is instead of there being a tree with leaves and branches in front of the window to the bathroom, we have a trellis that's covered in ivy with leaves and... not branches, vines covering the area in front of the window, which will also pull the trellis together, making the screws now just temporary holding points that are not going to hold it together permanently. The vines will, and pull the trellis to the ground because that's just kind of what they do. So I planned ahead of time knowing that I could just buy a cheap-ass trellis that at least holds its shape, or it's long enough, just long enough for the ivy and the other whatever, I'm calling it ivy, for the vines to just grow on it and just hold the entire thing together for dear life. And the idea, if I could have made the thing out of like particle board with the idea that the vines are eventually just going to take over and make it their own, I would have done that. But I wouldn't want to put it up, because that would have hurt. No, this is easier. So, yeah. It's up, and it looks really cool, because it's just this trellis with a dead tree coming right up through the center. Well, a little bit off center, which makes it look even cooler, because it's just a little off. It's gonna look so awesome when it's all grown and stuff like that. Well, this isn't really a wall. Alright. I gotta go. We also need to figure out what game I'm gonna play next. Feel free to have a discussion amongst yourselves. Like, The Messenger was suggested by Ryu Saber. That's an interesting idea. I got some other games that I think Kristen has given me a while ago that I wouldn't mind doing a playthrough of. I think he gave me Horizon Zero Dawn. I wouldn't mind doing a playthrough of that if it doesn't have any bad language or anything, and I would love that. And then of course I would love to do another Minecraft pack, but we just did a Sky one, so I don't know what I would do next. I don't much usually like kitchen sinks ones, but I wouldn't mind one that has an end and is more well constructed than all the other crap I've been playing. I would love that. Alright, so, but there's a bunch of things that I wouldn't mind playing. We just gotta pick something. I would love to just do another Minecraft pack, but I just don't want to do another pack. This one I thought would just be a good one, because it was a Sky pack and it had an interesting concept. Why do they make packs and like put all the things together and just it's like they get halfway through it and they're like, all right, I'm done. It doesn't need a middle or an end. We're just gonna stop here. The frick? We don't need to balance. Why balance? There's no balancing. All these mods just work together, no problem. We'll put in astral sorcery with mystical agriculture so that nobody needs to ever make flying in any other way ever outside of the one thing from mystical agriculture. I like mystical agriculture for the plants. I hate it for the extra stuff because that stupid armor. I love that armor, but it is so overpowered. The only good thing about it is it's not that ugly. It's very plain, so you don't have to hate it as much as Draconic. But I mean, just the chest plate gives you creative flight. And all you need to do is grow plants. So, well, yeah, but I like to use the things that they build into a pack under the idea that they intended you to use them in a pack. In a skyblock, I like creative flight. I like creative flight. See, that's why I like Astrals. I like Astral's creative flight because it's localized around your base. And you are less armored when you're using it because you need to be wearing the cape. You don't have the chest plate at the time. But it's localized around the ritual. So you can like put it around your base for while you're building, and when you go out and explore, you'll wear something else. I like that. It's my favorite. It's one of the reasons that's one of my favorite mods. I love Astral. It is gorgeous and it has a lot of good balanced things, and it's Astral's great. It's got a lot of things that are a little bit overpowered too, kind of, but there's nothing that's so OP that it's redunculous. They're localized around your base. Well, Astral is the first one that I know of that did it. Oh, yeah, but Astral's great. Honestly, Kristen, you should look into it. It's a really nice mod. I love how gorgeous the actual crafting is, too. Yeah, but it's not all in one. There's no attacking. It has nothing for attack. I mean, it's got like a sword, but it's not like a really special sword. And and when you do the perk system, of course, one of the perk line is like attack and defense. But I don't even go down that route. It's not the best thing. It's just got a little bit of attack substance. It doesn't have like you can make this moon gun that will shoot laser beams from the sky to do 5 damage to things. It doesn't have anything. There's nothing like that. There's no. So it also require. You'll like the fact that it's hard. They designed it to not really be automated, so you need to like physically be there for all the crafting, and that's kind of cool. Like, it's similar to Botany like that, but not really. But you don't need like 1,000 of. Well, there's only like one thing that's really is annoying with that. There's the one thing that you usually got to craft like 100 gems of something every once in a while, and you gotta like do each one individually. But that's like the only thing that I consider to be slightly annoying. And yeah, it's just a fun little. It's just a very fun mod. That is part of an all-in-one. Partially location-based. You can build it anywhere, but there is a benefit to finding a place in the world that's more focused on it. But there's a lot of those locations, and basically you're just going to be building someplace up in the sky anyways. And if you really want to build it somewhere else, you can, like, boost that, and you can go towards the end game. You can just boost that one spot to just be more powerful if you really want to. If you really like a particular spot. Yeah, it does, but the best way to do it is to find one of those shine spots, yeah. I was doing that in the beginning. I like that. It's kind of like how in vanilla they added the amethysts, and one of the things they did with the amethysts is that you can't move them. They demand you to be able to explore and not to just build everything into one location. Like that big. I like that. They force you to choose to do something different instead of just build everything at home. It's good. It makes you think. You gotta find a location that you like and build from that. You can't just be like, I like that. I need to build that one tower looks good. I'm just gonna build there. No, you need to find a place and make it your own that fits the build. I like that. Yeah, Astral is awesome. Okay, anyways, I gotta go. I will send you guys off to Hun, who I'm sure is now very deep into Stardew Valley with the group. So have fun with them. Well, then you build different ones. But yeah, it's your. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I'm just telling you, it's great. All right. Anyways. Sending you guys out to see Hun. I will see you guys tomorrow with something. At the very least, I'm going to be building bridges if we don't have anything else. Till then, all bits of resubs, but you guys will survive. Literally. I really do thank you guys for that. I love being able to do this as a job, and yeah. Thank you for all that you guys do donate towards us. Your names, and your names. That will sound so weird. Okay. Anyways, I will see you guys later. All bits of resubs. I'm just repeating myself because I'm tired. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.